The BET Awards stage glittered with lights and applause, but behind the curtains, chaos unfolded that no one saw coming. Remy Ma, hip-hop's Bronx queen, was supposed to be celebrating culture, love, and legacy with her husband, Papoose. Instead, she found herself at the center of the night's biggest scandal. Word had spread like wildfire. Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champion, had just made a shocking personal announcement. She was pregnant. What should have been a moment of joy quickly spiraled into controversy when rumors tied Papoose to her name. Within minutes, whispers turned to tension, and tension exploded into confrontation. Backstage cameras caught Remy's fury as she stormed toward Claressa, her voice rising above the music, her anger impossible to contain. The confrontation was raw, explosive, and unforgettable. But what really happened that night? And why did one announcement spark a storm that shook the industry to its core? The BET Awards had always been a night of glamour, music, and unforgettable moments. Celebrities walked the red carpet draped in designer gowns and tailored suits, while cameras flashed like fireworks. Fans tuned in worldwide, waiting for the performances, the awards, and the surprises that always came with the show. But this year, it wasn't the stage that held the most shocking moment, it was what happened backstage. Remy Ma entered the awards ceremony in full queen energy, dressed in a sleek, floor-length gown that shimmered under the lights. She carried herself like the veteran she was. Years of triumph, pain, and survival had hardened her into a figure everyone respected. And at her side, as always, was Papoose. The power couple smiled for the cameras, whispered to fans, and carried themselves as if nothing could shake them. But that illusion began to crack when Claressa Shields arrived. Known as the GWOA, the greatest woman of all time, Shields had built her legacy in the boxing ring with unmatched strength and charisma. She was bold, unapologetic, and loved by millions. That night, however, she wasn't just there to shine, she had news. During an exclusive backstage interview, Claressa's smile lit up the cameras as she revealed something unexpected. She was pregnant. The crowd of reporters gasped, congratulated her, and celebrated the announcement. It was supposed to be a moment of joy, of triumph beyond the ring. But as the news spread, the whispers began. Somebody backstage muttered, "Yo, did you hear what they saying? Papoose might be connected." The rumor moved faster than the music, faster than the stage lights. By the time the announcement reached Remy's ears, the damage was done. She froze. Her body went cold. At first, she laughed it off. No way, not her pap. He was loyal, faithful. The man who held her down when she was locked away. The man who had written letters every day, raised their children, and stood by her side. But still, the whispers didn't stop. And when she glanced across the backstage hall, she saw something that made her stomach twist. Papoose was standing near Claressa, their heads leaned close in conversation. She laughed, touching her stomach. He nodded, smiling politely. To anyone else, it was harmless. But to Remy, in that moment, it was betrayal in motion. Her chest burned. Every sacrifice she had made, every night she cried in prison, every headline that tried to tear her family apart flashed before her. And now, right here, at the BET Awards, someone was daring to drag her marriage into scandal. Remy didn't hesitate. Her heels clapped against the floor as she stormed toward them, her voice slicing through the backstage noise. "So this what we doing, Pap? This what it is now?" The room went still. Heads turned, conversations stopped, and cameras, that weren't supposed to be filming, started rolling. Papoose blinked, caught off guard, while Claressa shifted her weight, her fighter's confidence kicking in. "Rem, calm down," Papoose started, lifting his hands. "It's not what you think," but Remy cut him off, her words sharp, fueled by rage. "Don't you dare tell me to calm down. I just heard the whole damn building talk. She out here making announcements, and you right here smiling in her face." Claressa's eyes narrowed. She wasn't one to be intimidated, not even by a woman as fiery as Remy Ma. "Hold up," she said, her tone calm but firm. "Don't come at me like that. This ain't got nothing to do with your marriage. I ain't disrespecting you." Remy stepped closer, her face inches away from Claressa's. "Don't play with me. Don't stand here, pregnant, smiling, and letting people think my man got something to do with it. You don't know what I've been through, and I won't let you play me like a fool." The tension in the room was suffocating. Staffers froze, some trying to intervene, others pulling out phones to capture what they knew would be viral in minutes. Claressa held her ground. Listen, I respect you, Remy, but I'm not scared of you. Don't put my name in your problems. My pregnancy got nothing to do with Papoose, period. But Remy wasn't convinced. Years of loyalty, years of love, all felt like they were collapsing in that moment. She could feel her heart racing, her fists clenching. This wasn't about logic anymore, which was about emotion, pride, and the fear of losing everything she had built. Papoose stepped between them, his face tense, his voice low but urgent. Rem, stop, please, don't do this here, not like this. But his words fell on deaf ears. The music on stage roared louder. But backstage, the silence between Remy and Claressa was deafening. Two women, both powerful in their own right, both unshaken by fear, stood locked in a battle of wills. For a moment, no one breathed. The world seemed to pause, and then Remy snapped. Her voice rose, shaking the walls. You ain't gone, disrespect me. You ain't gone play with my family, and you damn sure ain't gone use my husband's name to make your announcement go viral. The confrontation had begun. The air backstage was thick, vibrating with the kind of energy you can feel in your chest. Everyone froze in place, camera crews, assistants, even artists waiting for their turn on stage. All eyes were on Remy Ma and Claressa Shields, locked. In a standoff that felt more like a championship fight than an award show, Remy's voice cut through the heavy silence. You think you can come in here, drop a bomb like that, and have people whispering my husband's name like it's nothing? Nah, sweetheart, not on my watch. Claressa squared her shoulders, her chin raised with the same confidence she carried into the ring. With all due respect, Remy, I don't owe you an explanation. My pregnancy is my business. I didn't say Pap's name. I didn't point fingers. If people gossip, that ain't on me. The words were calm, but sharp enough to slice. The crowd, watching, gasped. Phones raised higher, Remy's nostrils flared. To her, it wasn't just words. It was tone, it was posture. It was the insinuation that maybe, just maybe, the whispers weren't so far-fetched. The idea burned like acid in her chest. You touchin' my man, laughing in his face, while your belly out here mackin' headlines. You don't see how that looks. Remy shouted, her finger stabbing the air between them. Papoose, caught in the middle, felt the walls closing in. He had built his reputation on loyalty, on never letting his queen down, and now the very thing he feared most, seeing Remy doubt him, was playing out under the harsh glow of backstage lights. Rem, baby, please. He tried, his voice breaking slightly. Don't do this here, not like this. I swear on everything I love, I ain't crossed no lines. Don't let rumors ruin what we built. But Remy was beyond reason. Her voice shook with years of bottled pain. You swore before too, Pap. Every damn time the streets whispered. I believed you. I defended you. And now, right here, I see it with my own eyes. You think I'm stupid? Tears welled in her eyes, but they didn't soften her rage, they sharpened it. She turned back toward Claressa, her body trembling. You don't play with another woman's family. You don't play with another woman's marriage. I don't care how many belts you got. You gon' learn to respect mine. Claressa inhaled deeply, steadying herself. She wasn't the type to back down, but she also knew one wrong move could spark a fight that would stain both their legacies. Still, her pride wouldn't let her stay silent. Look, Remy, she said firmly, I got no interest in your man. None. My pregnancy, that's about me. About my future. About what I built. If people dragging Pap's name into it, that ain't from me. But let me make this clear, I ain't scared of you. Not here, not anywhere. That last line was a direct hit. The audience, backstage, murmured, the tension escalating like a drumbeat before an explosion. Remy lunged forward slightly, and for a second, it looked like fists were about to fly. Security guards moved in closer, unsure whether they'd have to step between a rap legend and a boxing champion. But just as quickly, Papoose stepped in the middle, his arms out like a barrier. His voice was louder now, trembling but commanding. Stop, he shouted, his voice echoing through the hall. The sudden boom stunned everyone into silence. His eyes were red, his jaw tight. He looked at Claressa first. You ain't do nothing wrong announcing your joy. That's your business. I respect that, but don't let these whispers tear apart what me and Remy got. Then he turned to Remy, his voice cracking. And you, RM baby, listen to me. Ain't no other woman, ain't no other life. It's you. Always been you. Don't let anger blind you to what's real. We stronger than this. Stronger than gossip. Stronger than lies. The rawness in his voice, the pain in his eyes, it hit Remy differently. For the first time that night, her body softened, her breathing slowed. She looked at him, and for just a moment, she saw the man who had sat by her side through years of darkness, who had never once walked away. The silence lingered, thick with emotion. Claressa stepped back, shaking her head. "I didn't come here for this," she muttered. "I came here to celebrate. Congratulations or not, I'm done explaining myself." She turned and walked away, her entourage following, leaving the air heavy but less charged. Remy stood frozen. Her makeup was flawless, but a single tear slipped down her cheek, glistening in the harsh lights. She didn't wipe it away. Papoose reached for her hand. At first, she didn't respond. Then slowly, hesitantly, she let his fingers intertwine with hers. Through it all, he whispered, barely loud enough for her to hear, "We still us." And with that, the storm began to calm. The fallout hours later, social media erupted. Leaked footage of the confrontation spread like wildfire. Hashtags trending worldwide. Hashtag Remy vs Claressa. Hashtag Bet Backstage Fight. Hashtag PAPOOSE. In the middle, some fans defended Remy, saying any woman would react the same in her shoes. Others sided with Claressa, praising her for standing her ground and refusing to be shamed. Memes flooded timelines. YouTubers broke down the footage frame by frame. And hip-hop blogs called it the most shocking Bet Awards moment of the decade. But beyond the noise, one image went viral. Remy and Papoose, later that night, leaving the venue hand in hand. No words, no smiles, just a bond tested by fire, yet still intact. Closing scene weeks later. Remy broke her silence with a single Instagram post. It was a picture of her and Papoose sitting on their stoop in the Bronx. No glitz, no glamour, just them. Her caption was simple: "Loyalty ain't always pretty, but it's always worth it." The comments flooded in, fans, celebrities, even Claressa herself dropping a respectful emoji. It was messy. It was painful, but in the end, it was real. The Bet Awards of that year wouldn't be remembered for performances, outfits, or speeches. It would forever be remembered for the night Remy Ma lost it. Claressa Shields stood tall, and the world was reminded that love, loyalty, and pride can clash in ways no stage can contain. CTA call to action: what do you think really happened that night? Was Remy right to confront Claressa so fiercely? Or was Claressa unfairly dragged into drama she didn't create? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoy real, unfiltered stories from the world of hip-hop. Share it with your friends to keep the conversation going. And subscribe for more exclusive breakdowns of the biggest celebrity moments. You won't want to miss what's coming next.